Okay, guys, welcome back to our Zoom lesson here today. I actually posted a video lesson yesterday on YouTube that started us on page 16, which is going to be ocean technology. So let me see if I can make my screen larger here. Yes, no, maybe so. I guess not. Well, anyways, it's kind of messing up on me now. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, all we did yesterday for the YouTube lesson, we started page 16 after the Go Blue and such, and we had the questions on the left side. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, it may look backwards. And then on the right side, it says answers. So if you like to just write question and then answers below, or to do it the kind of split way I did it, it is totally up to you. I did the first half yesterday on the YouTube lesson. We're going to finish this today in the second half with our Zoom lesson. Again, as far as tomorrow, what's due, you've got the ocean article that I posted that was like a week ago or more. That's due. Submit your answers to that online. Again, just read the article. It should take you 10 to 15. It's 3 articles, mini articles. That should take you 10, 15, no more than 20 minutes. And answer the 5 questions for that and make kind of a design with that as well. So not only that, guys, we've got another quiz tomorrow. So our latest quiz, I'm going to try and post that later this afternoon. But yeah, you'll have the weekend to complete that. Again, I'm thinking like 15 questions, I'm thinking, right? So please go ahead and get that situated. Be ready for that quiz that will be posted on Canvas tomorrow. There will not be a lesson tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, Fridays are always used for notebook checks or our quizzes. So quiz tomorrow. For Go Blue on 13 or 15, number 1, what creates mid-ocean ridges? What creates mid-ocean ridges? Number 2, that's going to be on page 14 for the answer for that. What creates ocean trenches? What creates ocean trenches? Number 3, what technology uses sound waves to scan the ocean floor? Hopefully you guys maybe recognize that. I maybe didn't mention that yesterday in the video lesson for YouTube. And then 4, blank is the ability to glow in the dark. Blank is the ability to glow in the dark. That's from the mineral special properties from a while back. Let's check it out. Okay. Number 1, okay, we have sea floor spreading. Let me see if I have anyone in the chat that wanted to comment at all. Okay, not yet. Okay. So again, keep in mind, mid-ocean ridges are always associated with sea floor spreading. What does that mean? That means that the plates are going apart, and out the middle of those plates is going to be the magma that comes out the middle. Okay. Next, what creates trenches? It's just the opposite. You guys can kind of see it here with the graphic here, right? You've got one plate going below the other. We call that subduction or slab pull. When that plate goes below the other, it's going to pull down the other plate and make a very deep part of the ocean. Again, don't forget, we call those trenches. Number 3, the technology used to read the ocean floor with sound waves, that's going to be what we call sonar. That is called sonar, guys. You can kind of see it right here. A boat kind of releases those sound waves from the bottom of it. It's going to scan whatever is beneath that, okay? And then lastly, what is glow in the dark? The word for that is fluorescence or fluorescent. So glow in the dark is fluorescent or fluorescence, okay? Table of contents, guys, that's going to be page 18 and 19, soil types. Soil types, again, we're going to add that. We're going to finish up with soil next week and then finish the unit. So we'll get that going. No need to worry about this at all. So we're just going to go. This is going to be a quick lesson today, I believe, guys. Go to page 16. Again, the title of page 16 should be Ocean Technology, okay? And just to show you what my YouTube video showed yesterday, in case you didn't see it already, again, we'll do that first and add what I have today later, or you want to, if you want to flip it around, that's fine. Order doesn't matter as long as you have it in your notebook for the notebook checks. Again, title of 16 is Ocean Technology, or for short, Ocean Tech. And then we had questions and answers. So the question in white, we'll need to write that down. And then the questions in yellow will also need to be written down. Because I covered these questions yesterday already, I'm going to speed through the first 3 like really fast. Pause the video, take pictures, whatever, however you like to do that, it's up to you. But let's go ahead again. I said, what technologies are being used? Well, just to name a few, and I had a video with this yesterday within my YouTube video. Vessels, boats. Again, boats, another word for boats are called vessels. We have submersibles. Those are like mini submarines. Again, examples of those include ROVs and AUVs. Those mini submarines are not used for war as we're accustomed to knowing for world wars for the submarines. They're going to be used for a scientific research. Divers are important. Okay, sonar and satellites and computer models. So we're going to talk about the last three today. So vessels, what is their use? Again, boats. Again, used to go far away distances and protect whatever we're transporting there. Again, all the details I described are in the video I posted yesterday. Video also posted on YouTube of a vessel from Australia. Submersibles, this is where we finished yesterday. Again, study the deep ocean. Used to go deep in the water. ROVs are connected by a wire and AUVs are without a wire. Again, not going to explain in detail because it's already in my video yesterday. So, and I had a really cool video of some guys, some scientists using an AUV, an ROV, to swim in sea shark-infested waters. Again, to swim in sea shark-infested waters. For those of you guys just joining us, again, go ahead, go to page 16. We're just starting the notes now. The notes I just went through and walked through with you guys, those were already on the YouTube video yesterday. So if I went really fast, you're like, whoa, you're going really fast because it's already on the YouTube video yesterday. All right, so now let's go ahead and add 3 additional questions. I'm going to have, I think, some videos, maybe one video or two, and then we'll end the day with a final question. Okay? So number 4, we talked about boats. We talked about those submersibles, those little submarines, right? But divers, what advantage could a diver possibly have over a cool submersible or over a boat? What advantages, how could they still be useful with all this technology? Well, believe it or not, okay, they do have a big purpose. What's their purpose, guys? We need divers for really shallow water. Okay, really shallow water. Now, think about this, guys. Why would a diver, or actually, why would a submersible be a bad idea if you're trying to explore corals? Okay. Oh, it's okay. No worries, Tiana. I appreciate you letting me know. But yeah, anyone want to add in the chat to that? Why, if I had so here's the submersible, by the way. Again, make sure on page 16, answers and questions, or questions and answers, you write the question, right? And then the question in white, how does diving support ocean research? And then you write the yellow answers, okay? Anybody in the chat want to add to let me know why can't we use submersibles? And if you're wondering, what's a submersible? What does he mean by that? It's that thing. Why would it be a bad idea to have one of these robot submersible things in a coral reef? Why would a diver be better for that? Let me know what you think. I'll give you bonus points if you answer. If I could, I have Starburst here in person. I would give that to you, but can't give you Starburst right now, right? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Anyone wants to add to that before I give you some answers? Oh. That is, Amira answered the question for us. To be able to get into smaller places. Say there's a boat wreck and the Titanic is way down there. Okay? We're going to need somebody to fit into a small space. You can't get in that. The submersible can't fit into the small spaces. Okay? They just can't. Not only that, if I had a submersible, it's in a coral reef, that's a really bad idea, because what's going to happen is that submersible is going to destroy some of the coral. It's going to bump into it. Those robotic arms aren't going to collect corals or take care of specimens that we could collect as good as a diver could. A diver is going to be meticulous. A diver is going to be very careful. Okay? We need divers. So we need divers for small spaces, and we need divers for shallow waters as well, so they don't break things, right? Moving on. Number 5. 2 more questions. What do sonar and satellite tell us about oceans? Well, I just gave this one away in the Go Blue. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Okay, it's going to be sound waves, sonar sound waves. Think of dolphins, right? When dolphins communicate, they give off sound waves. They chirp, like, you know, they do the little dolphin chirp. Well, boats, vessels are going to use the same thing at the bottom, but they're going to use it, okay, to scan how deep the ocean floor is, right? They're going to beam out the sound wave. It's going to bounce off the floor, bounce back to the boat, and then we know how deep the ocean is. We know if there's mountains down there. We know if it's flat. We know if it's hilly, okay? So they tell us how deep and expansive the ocean is. Again, don't forget the question in white goes in, and then you need to write the answers in yellow. Got to write both. Got to write both. Anybody need more time? We're all good to go on our last one. Let me go ahead and just show you the video for that, because I think it's one thing to say it, hear it, and read it, but I think it even reinforces it more when we see the visual for us. Let's go and check it out. Load this video. Hopefully avoid any unnecessary advertising, which is rare for YouTube, you know, because we got double ads now. It is what it is. Hey, I guess it's economic, right? So here's our boat, our vessel, beaming sound waves vertically, reading the hillside, the hills and the mountains underwater. Pretty cool, right? Again, I would play the audio, but I think YouTube would get mad at me for that. And it also goes horizontally. So that is sonar. In case you wanted to see it, that is how sonar works. The bottoms of most boats have this. You want to, and this is a good way to avoid bumping into icebergs, all that stuff, right? Okay, and then look, it scanned the riverbed and shows the shallow areas of the river as well as the deep areas. Okay, so moving on. How do I escape this? Okay, last question of the day. How are computer models essential for ocean research? Okay, write the question down, then we got to answer it together. What do computers help us with in regards to studying the ocean? Again, we're talking about ocean technologies, guys, ocean technologies. Okay? Well, if I look at these maps here, these globes that are blue and red, what does that maybe show us? What does that maybe say? Okay? Well, we're looking at ocean temperatures, guys. Scientists are always talking about climate change. All right? Well, if the air is getting warmer, I can bet that the water is getting warmer too, and that has been the case. And when water's warm, that makes stronger what? Stronger hurricanes. Hurricanes love warmer water. More evaporation, stronger hurricanes, maybe more hurricanes. If you guys ever seen those buoys out in the ocean, those things that float around in the middle of the ocean, okay, or whatnot, those are collecting numbers. Those are collecting data. Those numbers get sent to the shores, to our computers, where we can scan and analyze that data, okay, to see the trends that are happening, to see if there's warning signs of bad things, of new trends, right? New normals, okay? So using these computers to analyze data, specifically for hurricanes and temperature. Okay, now I need you guys to give me an important vote here. I need an important vote. Very, very important. You must participate in this. Okay, you guys ready? Okay. On the bottom right of this slide, I've got a very awesome cartoon character. Okay. This is Danny Phantom, in case you guys did not know. Danny Phantom. Okay. A heated debate in my classrooms has been, who is better, Ben 10 or Danny Phantom? Ben 10 or Danny Phantom? Please vote in the chat who you think is better, or what show you think is better. Vote Danny Phantom or Ben 10. All right, I'm getting some answers. Uh-oh. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I love it. Who's better, Ben 10 or Danny Phantom? And I will vote, and we'll see who wins. Anybody else still need to vote? I'm going to decide. This is the most important thing of our lesson today. All right, okay. Let's see. I'm going to count my votes here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 for Danny. 4 for Danny Phantom. And I have 3 for Ben 10. Okay, awesome. So Danny slightly wins right now. Does anybody want to speak up and defend Danny Phantom or Ben 10 before we do our question to finalize the lesson? I mean, you can add, if you don't want to speak up on the speaker, you can go ahead and add it in the chat, and I'll let the class know. Now, this is pretty neat, I will say, because most, if not all, my classes have voted Ben 10 as better. Whether you think he's stronger or whether the show's better is up to you. Okay, and then other students have theorized like, oh, well, Danny Phantom is Timmy Turner grown up from Fairly Odd Parents. I guess that's a good theory because it's the same creator, right? But now that we think about it, guys, my students have always said that Ben 10 he's like 10 forms, so he's got much better powers or whatnot. But I don't know. I think Danny Phantom looks cooler to me. I don't know, but I'm not going to discredit Ben 10. I'm not going to discredit Ben 10. Ben 10 is also a great show. Had a long run. I think probably more episodes than Danny Phantom actually had. Okay, let's go before we take attendance again, because I know I had some people kind of come in a little late. I'll get you marked in. I want to make sure you're not absent. Let's do a question. Let's do a question. And I've already got an idea for a question. Okay. So let's go ahead. Stay put, guys. Stay put. We're not done yet. Last question today, then we'll be done after the question and attendance and all that. All right, so let me find my question here. One moment. Stay put. Just chill for a moment while I look for my question, because I got a little off track with the Danny Phantom Ben 10 stuff, right? Okay. So we're done with page 16, guys. We've gone over all the ocean technologies. We're going to move on to the soil stuff, and that'll be it for the unit. All right. Here's our question, guys. Here's our question. So you do need to add to the chat again. I need y'all to be in the chat again. Which technology is best? And I kind of mentioned this a little bit at the beginning. And I may have sped through it a little bit, but which technology is best used for long-distance ocean research and containing specimens? Is it A, submersibles, B, vessels, C, diving, or D, sonar? So if I'm going to use a technology that's going to help me go long distances, what's the best one? A, B, C, or D? See what you got. See what you got. Last thing of the day. We're almost done. Please put your answers in the chat. Okay, I got one answer so far. Thank you, Javante. Thank you, Angel, for answering. Good. Practice makes perfect, guys, because you might see this on the quiz tomorrow, right? Or in the next quiz after that. Let's see. Tiana, okay. Joseph, okay. Gotcha, Daniela. Gotcha, Sanaya. Gotcha, Yorkies. Okay. So, for long distances, guys, to go far away, the answer is going to be B, vessels. B, vessels. That's another word for boats. Just understand it's another word for boats. And I briefly covered that today, but that was covered in detail on yesterday's YouTube lesson. Okay? So I'm Yorkies and Sanaya. Shout out to both of you. You guys will be getting some of the bonus there. And then anybody else, I think everybody else had other answers. So submersibles, just so you guys know, is for deep water missions. Vessels for far away. Diving is for shallow water. Sonar are sound waves used for mapping the ocean floor. Okay? Let me go ahead. Do not log out just yet. Let me stop the recording here.